Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we are going on a really fascinating journey, but we're not heading to some faraway place. Nope. We are going somewhere way more mysterious and complex, our own minds. So, you might want to grab your detective hat because we're about to look for some serious clues. I mean, have you ever just stopped and asked yourself that? Like, why do you get butterflies in your stomach in certain situations? Why do you click with some people instantly and not others? It's kind of like a personal mystery, right? Well, that's exactly what we're digging into today. And here's the kicker. The answers aren't just lying around out in the open. They're hidden, tucked away deep inside us, in a part of our mind that's pretty much running the show from behind the curtain, shaping our thoughts, our feelings, and our actions every single day. Okay, so first things first. Before we can find any clues, we need to understand the layout of the mind. Survey the crime scene, so to speak. Now, there's an official name for this kind of detective work: psychoanalysis. It's a method that was pioneered by the famous Sigmund Freud. He was the one who basically drew us the map to this hidden world, giving us a way to look at those unconscious thoughts and feelings to figure out why we are the way we are. And here's his most famous idea, the one you've probably heard of. The best way to picture your mind is to think of an iceberg. It's a super simple analogy, but trust me, it's incredibly powerful for understanding how our minds are put together. Just look at the scale of this thing. That tiny little piece you see sticking out of the water, that's your conscious mind. It's all the stuff you're aware of right now. But that massive, enormous part hidden under the waves, well, that's the unconscious. And get this, it's the part that has the most influence over who you are. So here's why that matters so much. All sorts of things, memories, powerful feelings, experiences from way back, especially from when we were kids, can get pushed down and basically get stuck there. You don't actively think about them, but they are absolutely steering the ship, affecting how you act and feel today. All right, so now we know where the clues are buried. Next up, let's meet the key players in this whole mental drama. You can think of them as the main characters or maybe even the suspects who are always talking and arguing inside your head. Okay, imagine this constant negotiation going on inside you. First, you've got the id. This is your primal, impulsive side, screaming, "I want to play video games right now." Then, on the other shoulder, you have the superego, your inner rule follower, saying, "Nope, you have to do the right thing." And stuck right in the middle is the ego, the mediator, trying to make a deal. Okay, how about we do our homework first, and then we can play games. This little tug of war, it's happening all the time, for pretty much every choice you make. So, if we're going to crack these cases, we're going to need the right tools. A therapist who practices psychoanalysis is kind of like a lead detective, and they use a very specific toolkit to start uncovering what's actually hidden down there in the unconscious. And this toolkit has three main instruments. First up, analyzing dreams, because dreams are often seen as a direct, unfiltered pipeline to our hidden thoughts. Second is something called free association, where you just say whatever pops into your head, no filter. It's a way to let hidden feelings accidentally slip out. And third, of course, is exploring the past, digging around for those stuck memories we talked about earlier. And that really just says it all, doesn't it? The whole point isn't for someone else to solve your mysteries for you. It's about giving you the tools to investigate for yourself, to become the lead detective in your own case. So, we've looked at the crime scene, we've got our tools, which brings us to the final act, solving the mystery. How does finding all these clues and connecting the dots actually help us? Let me give you a perfect example. So, the mystery is you feel this wave of anxiety whenever you have to speak up in a meeting, but you have no idea why. Then, through this whole process, you uncover a clue, a faint memory of being really embarrassed in front of your whole class when you were a little kid, and suddenly, it all clicks. The mystery has a source. That feeling finally makes sense. And that is exactly why this all matters. Once you connect those dots, you can actually understand your emotions instead of just being swept away by them. And that understanding, it can help you feel less anxious, less sad, and ultimately, it gives you the power to make better, more conscious choices for yourself as you move forward. So, as we wrap things up, I'll just leave you with this little thought experiment. If you could be the lead detective of your own mind, what's the very first mystery about yourself that you'd want to solve? Thanks for digging into this with me today.